Morning, here we are, it's Monday and we're talking plants and gardening. Now this is my fuchsia. Now it was in this pot, but she was absolutely pot bound, and what I always do is before the next flowering season I'll go around and prise out just the roots, not damage them, but just prise out the old soil. You see, as you can see, don't worry about it, it's fine. And then I will put fresh soil in, so we'll just put her there. Excuse me a minute, I've got to go and get my soil. It's just here in the greenhouse because I usually put it in a big bucket so that I've got it on hand. So we're going to put a fresh pot of soil in the bottom. Can you see that? That way the roots are going to get goodness straight away. Normally I would water that, but I haven't got my watering can with me. Now we're going to pick this up gently and we are going to start to clean her up. So we put her in and make sure that she's just below the level of the pot. You can have her there and that's fine, but she's, to be honest, she's a little bit low, so I'm just going to put a little bit more soil. Stay there. Good. There we go. We've got another big handful of soil going in. Let's pop her in now. Gently pick her up. Place her in, bring her roots around, and then centralise her up. Sorry about the mower, my son's doing it. Now, the main thing is that you keep her central. So we are then going to backfill with soil, and then we will feed her. So that way she's got good soil for the growing season, so that you're going to get lovely flowers. And this is a fuchsia. It comes out in a pretty pinky, like a pinky orange really, with a white centre. And this is the one that I usually show. You wouldn't think that, but I do, because you can see all these new little buds coming. So we're just going to backfill her, straighten her up, and then I'll show you how we're going to cut her back so that she looks tidy. Have to bear with me. To be honest, I wasn't feeling that good this morning when I woke up because I had my COVID jab yesterday. But I've got a bad headache, I must admit, but I don't feel too bad now. I felt quite sick this morning, I must admit. There. We'll break the lumps up as well. Make sure you break the lumps up. And I think we'll go around there so that it's all evenly. Like that. And we'll just push it on down in. Good. And you keep on pushing it nicely, packing it that way. The root's got a good chance to get established in there. Press it into the middle. We'll go another couple, I think. You have to excuse me, I've got to keep on leaving you to get my soil. I just move those branches out, give them a little bit of a helping hand. Now, can you see that's all new soil going in there? And she's going to get all the goodness from that straight away. In the pot around and get the rest in there. Brilliant. There we go. All the way around. You can go to the level of the pot if you want, but I You know, I don't usually, because otherwise when I water, it'll run straight off. Yep, he started up again. So, just give it a press down. Now we are going, can you see? She's got lovely soil. Now, you're thinking, that looks really sticky. I don't like the look of that. But don't worry, because everything is going to look like this when it's come out the other side of the winter. So, if you'll always know if you've got a branch that's dead. Now, I'm going to show you. Can you see? It's brown in the middle. Keep going. It's starting to green up. So that means you are going to get shoots from where it is green. Can you see that? So we're going to knock it back to that little bud there. Now that's a new bud there coming. Now that looks pretty dead. Can you see? That's just old growth from last year. And we're going to be very careful now, because it's a possibility. Yes, we have green. Can you see that in there? We have green. So we're going to spin her around. And let's see. No, that's brown. No, brown. And a little bit of green. So that's not too bad. We've got new green shoots there, but that one is brown. Now, can you see that dead one there? Hook him out, straight in the middle. And whip that off. Don't worry about having a sticky bush afterwards, because all of your new growth is going to be coming on from where you have cut it back. So just now try and do it above a nodule. What I mean by a nodule is, do you see what these are here? Can you see that? That's a nodule. That's a nodule. Now you will find lots of energy going into that area to produce another little shoot or a bud. Okay, so that's the way you do. You're going to cut just above it, but if you are careful, now I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that. I'm just going to go there. That way, all of the moisture has time to go down there rather than rot out that little bud. Okay, so we're going to give it a tidy up. We are going to take off that dead. There's a nice lot of new shoots here. So I think because that's brown, look, and I've got a lovely bud there, and I don't want it too sticky to show it. So remember at an angle. And you remember me telling you the reason why we've got to do it at an angle? So that when I have it outside the house and it rains, all of the rain doesn't go straight in, it can run off. So it's an angle like that. And can you see all that new growth? That's fantastic. Now I'm going to whip off that because I don't want everything going into old leaves. So I used to love this job when I was working in the nursery, cleaning up all the plants ready to go back to the shops. Absolutely loved it. Now that one, same. Can you see? I'm going to spin it round. And can you see, I have, oh, I've lost where I am now. Yes, I have two new shoots there. So I am actually not going to leave this here. I'm going to knock it off there. Now, as you can see, there's a little bit of green in there, but also brown. So that was a good idea. We got two shoots there. So I'm going to knock that off. And I'm going to take her back. I might even take her back to there. There you go. So don't be scared what you're doing. You can't really get it wrong unless you see. I'm taking all that out because what I don't want a big straggly fuchsia up here and it looks sticky. So I always knock them back a fair old bit, and then you haven't got to worry. And I always take the old leaves off. There you go. Now, same with that one. Can you see? Brown, and there's the two little green shoots. I'm going to whiz her off there. Same with that one. That's dead. Look, you can see that's all brown, and I'm going to take her straight in the middle. Same with that one. There you see. And can you see those shoots there? And she's going to come off. Ooh, nice clean cut though. That's one thing that's very, very important, is nice clean cuts. Whiz them off. That way, you see, the reason why I'm doing that is because all of the energy will go in to the new little leaves rather than the old. So cutting back, to be honest, is very, very important for every plant. I know you think that you're killing it and it's not going to look any good, it's too sticky, but you know, plants absolutely love being cut back. They really do. Can you see all that new growth now? So we'll just take those off, and we've got a little a little broken branch. Now I've got 2 buds there and I've got a bud there, so I'm going to hook him off there. Same with that one. Can you see? Brown. So cut all the brown and the dead out, otherwise it's just going to look a mess. That can come straight off because it's just an old dead branch from last year. And yeah, that one was no good. We're going to go in here now. Be very careful your secateurs. No, dead. I can see which ones are dead because they are very, very brown. And we've got a little node there. I'm going to turn her around. And we'll give her a nice little clean up, you see, there. And I think because I got a green shoot there and I got 2 there, I'm still going to knock her back. Okay, so don't be frightened to do this to your plants, because to be honest, they need it. Yeah, brown. Excuse me. Now we're getting there. Whiz off. Sorry it's taken a little while, but I've got to be very careful because I don't want to break it. Because if I break a branch that's right in the middle, I won't be able to show it. And later on, I can update you how we get on at the show. It's 2 years ago. I had best dry floral exhibition, and I also won a huge big trophy for all of my veg. That's coming right off because that's brown. I can see that. Now all we're doing is take that off there, sorry. And as you can see, shoots. Now we will eventually have shoots here, okay? But because I don't want it all too straggly, I'm going to whack it off there, okay? Now, I know it's taken a while, but the most important thing for this group was that we're going to take our time to show the beginners as well as the people that know what they're doing, because the beginners get overwhelmed because they don't know what they're doing. They want to do it, they're eager to do it, but there's hardly the groups that will show them step by step. I mean, I always watch like Monty and things like that because I enjoy it. But you know, you just need to understand what you're doing, why you're doing it, and also the benefit of the plant as well. Because that's the most important thing. We want to see beautiful, beautiful flowers. And you won't see beautiful flowers if every year you don't cut it back and she just gets sticky and old. Much the same as lavender. It's exactly the same as lavender actually. I have a lot of lavender here, and also I've done a lot of gardening for people's houses and things where I go over there and sort out all the gardens and garden design. Now, I'm going to show you this one thing here. I got shoots here. I've got new shoots here. But that's still very sticky, so I'm going to knock her back to there. Okay. We're getting round this bad boy quite quickly. All the leaves can come off. So that means she's had lovely new soil. She's had her roots aerated, and what I mean by that, I've lifted the soil away from the roots so that they are not compact and they can then get plenty of nutrients out of the soil. And that is what's important. We used to put all of the flowers and the shrubs into the shop, and then once they'd had a week or two, say 2 weeks in the shop, because they don't get the attention that they do when they're in the nursery, we have to then take them back to the nursery after 2 weeks if they haven't been bought, and we will sort of, to be honest, tart them up. Don't really know how else to explain it, you know, give them a lift, I suppose, rather than tart them up. As you can see, this is quite sticky up through here. Now, I always do this with my fuchsias because I think it's great, and I'm going to knock her off there. Okay, so, oh, I've got my little dog that is waiting at the greenhouse, so bear with me. Dreamer, I'm here. Are you coming in, darling? Are you coming in? Come on, say hello. Good girl. That's what I used to love about Monty. He used to be there, and it was really, really natural, and he had his dogs, and I think that's fantastic. Now, that one was broken, okay, so I'm going to give it a good, clean cut. There you go. Take that right back. Leaves off. There you go. All new growth. Can you see how that's really, really coming together now? And whiz that off. Yeah. That one. That old dead one. I'm going to take him back to there. This one also. I'm going to take him back to there. And I think we're done nearly. There you go. A little bit more. I can't actually see anymore. I don't know. My eyes are not great, but I can't see any more little dead pieces. Now, I know you're thinking, oh my God, look at the state of it now. But do you know what? I bet you by the time I come in here next week, all these will be pushing out beautifully. Okay, so what I'll do now is I'll give her a nice water. I'll give her a little bit of feed. Maybe a little bit of blood and bone, and we'll whack that in, and she is going to be beautiful. So I hope that's helped. Hang on, I've got one here I've missed. Can you see? I got a lovely green shoot, all these green shoots, and then that's dead. So I'm going to take her off there. Now, as you can see, brown this end. Now you can see all the little new nodes all coming through, all of the green, but don't worry about that. I haven't ruined it. It's just that I'm going to keep her nice and neat. And like I said about all of the plants that you have, make sure you just spin them round so that you have even growth all the way around the plant. Because when I show them, that's one thing that they are very picky about, is that they can look at that plant at any angle and it looks beautiful. So one there, I'm going to take off that one. They're all right, that's fine. There you go. So I'll let you go now, and I hope that's helped. But that's how you cut things back so it looks nice and it's ready for new growth coming through. And that is very, very important. And I'll do that actually with every single plant that I have. So later on we'll be talking lavenders, cutting back lavenders. We're going to be taking cuttings. We're going to be doing all sorts. Also, we're going to be splitting plants. Now, that's like dividing them so that you get the beauty in another part of your garden. So we're going to go out, you know, when the time's right, and we're going to use a clean spade, and we're going straight down through the roots, and we're going to take a patch and put it somewhere else in the garden to come on, so that we got not only one lot of beauty in one place, but in another place the garden. Okay, so I'm going to come back and water her shortly, but I'm going to have a quick cuppa, and I hope that's helped. All right, so I'll catch up with you later. Bye bye.